This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe button.
You already know, man. It's your boy J Hood and all that.
All righty, let's get right into it. We got Diddy. Diddy was the topic last week. He started talking about Mase, and it brought up a lot of conversations. He was talking.
Right. He definitely spoke on Mase, and he also spoke about Kanye briefly.
Oh, yeah. But the main thing, it brought up the conversation of, because Mase was accusing Diddy of owing him money for his publishing and a bunch of other stuff, right?
A lot of people accusing Diddy of that.
Yeah, so he refuted that with Mase. He said, Mase actually owes me $3 million. And I was surprised DJ Envy didn't check him because he was like, I did one album with Mase. You did 3 albums with Mase.
Facts.
So why didn't Envy or anybody check him in the room? Because they're all with Revolt.
Mm-hmm.
So, and, you know, I wish they had at least. Envy knows better than anybody. He's in the clubs. You know, he know it, all 30 years he's been doing this. You know, so. Anyways, Mase quickly came back and said, you know, Biggie ain't here. This person ain't here.
You know what I mean? He like, yeah. In fact, but he said that because Puff was like, show me the receipts. He like, man, look, Big ain't here, so he can't show you the receipts. Black Rob, so he can't show you the receipts. But I'm here.
Yeah,
you know,
and everybody else signed paperwork, you said, right?
He said, I didn't sign. I'm the only one that wasn't scared to sign the paperwork. You know what I mean?
Now, the great thing about talking to you about this is you were around the Lox when they were on the Diddy campaign to get their publishing back.
Right.
And as you know, they were everyone knows they were signed to Bad Boy for the first album, got out of that, went over to Rough Riders, but their publishing was still with Puff, 50%, right?
Yeah, they had a jammed up. See, it's kind of funny with me though, because I have a different view than the average person.
Yeah.
A lot of people are just under the impression that, Puff gave them a messed up deal. The deal was jacked up. You know what I'm saying? And first and foremost, as you know, I mean, it would be cool and it would be ideal for someone to give you a fair deal. But when you're a businessman, your whole thing is to create the best situation for you.
Yeah.
You know, contractually for someone that you signed and all that. So it's not up to him to give you the best deal for to be that best outcome for you. That's up to the lawyer to negotiate the contract is structured in a way that would benefit you. So in all reality, instead of him being the person that jerked them, their lawyer jerked him for letting them sign a deal like that.
Yeah. With no exit from that publishing deal. Like maybe in the beginning, he wants to get the publishing to recoup his money as quickly as possible. But then there has to be an exit from that, or maybe a way to buy it back, something.
I mean, that's what happens too. It's like easy to get caught up in situations like that when you're young.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you're just so eager for the fame. You know what I mean? You're just trying to get out there. You got that raw talent. You like, listen, man, I just been devoting all my time to try to get out there and get heard. You don't understand the logistics of the business. You know what I'm saying? So
I have a question. When the Lox signed you, did they take any of your publishing?
No, it wasn't a significant amount. I got to keep all my pub.
Okay, so you kept all your publishing.
Yeah, but the thing is, I didn't come out with no official singles that goddamn reap no publishing money. You know what I'm saying? It's like
you never made it to that point because you left being loyal. You left Universal with Sheik and went over to Koch, and then at the Koch deal, they ended up tapping into. They ended up actually stealing your budget, so you couldn't even release an album.
Yeah, I never released.
People don't know that. People don't get that. You weren't just dragging the chain. They actually stole from his budget.
Yeah, and the thing with that is, it's like, not only did I not even get a chance to put out a retail album, but I didn't even get a chance to actually put out an official single. You know what I mean? To get the album buzzing. So it's like,
you were always on other people's singles. You were on Sheik's singles because you were Sheik's hype. Sheik like fed off your energy a little bit for those years.
Oh, absolutely. Because the whole thing was this. They were who they were, and they still are who they are as far as like the Lox being a group, right? Yeah. So what happens is when you sign a new artist, especially someone younger than yourself, it's like you have, in a sense, that gives you a chance to reinvent yourself. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it brings you the new energy. So like I was young at the time, so all the youngins related to me. So that shined the light on not only me, but us collectively. And all the youngins was like, oh, I could see myself in him, so I brought that aspect to the clip.
Yeah. So you never got to that point. Do you now? I guess they eventually got it back. They threw a temper tantrum at Hot 97 and made it public so they could get the public on there.
Whole campaign, let the lights go.
Yep. And they made it known to the public so they could shame Diddy in public because maybe that would get their publishing back.
Right.
That didn't work right away until later years. They were working on business with him, I think, and then they got it back, right?
I don't know. Maybe it was a phone call, man. Like I remember a
Something
phone
happened.
Call. Yeah. I think SP was talking to somebody or something, man, and someone said come to my office or something like that. I don't know, but like you said, it ended up getting resolved though, and they allegedly got it back.
Now, when Diddy was up there, he said, "Yo, the Lox are gonna help me clear all this up with Mase."
They ain't nobody saying nothing because Kiss is doing a tour with Mase right now. 3-Headed Monster, him Cam.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking about when that happens. Like, isn't he on tour? They ain't gonna go against. Like they went through the same thing. Yeah, so I think they're gonna help him clear it up, but they ain't gonna add any fuel to the fire for Mase.
It's not about to come to your defense. Kiss was just on something doing the interview, and he was saying how he hated writing for Diddy.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? And someone else, I forgot who said it, but they was like, yo, if his publishing was right, he wouldn't have hated writing for him.
He was on Smoke Dizz's podcast, right?
Maybe that was it.
I think the way he said, he's like, I don't like writing for other people, period, because I can write for myself, but I can't put myself in somebody else's shoes and write from their perspective. He feels like a fake writer, right?
If them publishing checks was coming in, he wouldn't even be feeling like that. As far as for Puff, you know what I mean? Like if he experienced that early in the game, like, oh man, I'm writing for this and I got these checks coming in. Yo, whatever you need, like give me.
Yeah.
Give me the beat. I'll write for you right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
it's crazy, man. So Diddy's been accused by
everybody.
Shine.
That's why at some point you have to take accountability. You know what I'm saying? Because if everyone's saying the exact same thing about you, everybody can't be lying.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just like your business tactics. If that's the way you do business, that's just the way you do business. You know what I mean? Like everybody know that already. Like you.
Yeah, you're right. I the only thing I'll give Diddy is this. I'll give people like Diddy, Suge Knight, and other people like that, right? There is Jimmy Iovine and these people do similar things, right?
Okay.
But nobody outs them publicly the same way because Diddy, you feel like he's more in tune with you. Like you guys are friends. He's also an artist. You know?
That's how they rock you to sleep. But also the thing with Jimmy Iovine.
No, but that's why they get called out publicly and it becomes bigger thing. Like to Diddy's credit, I'll say a lot of music executives are POSs because they do similar tactics.
Absolutely.
They just don't get shamed as much because they're not out here being the.
They don't want to be in the forefront. They want to be behind the scenes.
Right. So if you call the guy up behind in the closet, it doesn't matter to him. He's like, whatever, you know. Like,
right.
Yeah.
Nah, but Puff still, he still desires the limelight. You know what I'm saying? So he want to be out there.
And he didn't get called out till he was talking about, yo, we got to do this for the creators and this and that and that and that. And Mase was like, what are you talking about? Remember that acceptance speech he did?
Yeah, he was like, yo, he was like, man, you was mad because I didn't want to let him get up on there and give his fake apology speech and all that.
Oh, no, but I was talking about even prior to that, like 2 years prior, Diddy did this whole speech where he was like honored and he was like, this is for the creators. And it's like, Mase was like calling him out like, you ain't for the creators.
Yeah. But you got him with the yayo look when he did the Vlad interview look.
But that's the funny thing. Like, remember Joe Budden? People always get into this position where they're trying to like appeal to people. Where like, yo, I'm different, man. Like Kanye, I'm fighting for us. Diddy, I'm fighting for us. You're fighting for you.
Right.
Joe Budden wanted his deal structured his way, so he was like, I'm doing this for the creators to show you can do it yourself and da 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 da. but then you screw over the two guys that just did, 200 episodes with you.
Right.
Because you're like, no, you guys are workers now. We own this together in the beginning. This is our thing in the beginning. It just has my name on it. But now you're workers because there's a lot of money coming in.
Right. I mean, people try to benefit off the pain of others, and that's harsh as it sounds. It's just the reality. You know what I mean?
It's kind of funny what happened with Joe Budden because, there's no way Rory and Mal should have got as much money as they did, but they did get it. And it's funny. It's like karma in a way. It's like they got tons of money. They got $5 million each now. They have retirement money.
That's crazy.
And Joe Budden is out here with what? He doesn't have a deal.
That was crazy.
I'm sure he's still making great money and everything. And he got his two friends to be on there, so he probably pays them way less.
Yeah.
Way less. He gets more money for himself, right?
Joe Budden's network.
That network fell apart real fast when he was accused of being inappropriate with a girl podcast.
I mean, Joey.
Yeah, what was that thing he's with? The thing where you can set up a pay thing. I don't know. There's a paywall for it, but anyways, Joe Budden is Joe Budden.
Joey.
I used to even though I wasn't a big fan of Rory and all that, I used to like their banter together. They had good banter.
Yeah, the chemistry was great.
It's not like that anymore. So I don't even tune in. You'll see clips here and there, but I don't tune in. I'll listen to an academics podcast before that because academics gives a good banter. He asks good questions.
Right. That's you don't have to like him. You don't have to agree with anything that he says, but like you said, that's good banters.
Yeah. He has good questions because he comes from a different perspective where he really wants to know. Joe Budden comes from a perspective where he knows already.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting.
Yeah, I agree.
What's another good podcast that's out? That's hip hop. You always got Drink Champs. They have good guests. Podcasts are too long now. I'll say that. I don't want to listen to 3.5 hours.
Oh, definitely not.
Dude, an hour is good. 3.5 hours.
What do you think about him?
Who?
Adam 22.
I like what Adam's built, and he's empowered a lot of people around him. I'll give him. He's put a lot of people on.
What about Bootleg Kev?
Bootleg Kev, the white guy, right? Yeah. I like Bootleg Kev. I like Bootleg Kev more than all of them, to say the truth, because he gets right to the point and he asks good questions right away.
Okay.
He doesn't get enough just due. Bootleg Kev actually gets right to the point and has a lot of good grabbers in there. I don't have to listen to 3 hours.
Right.
So I think it's one of the better ones, huh?
I totally get it.
I'm glad Taxstone's not here anymore. Even though he was good, dude, his actions were he was like a troll on another level, on a dangerous level. He was annoying. Imagine him with money. He would be a millionaire right now.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
He just missed the wave.
Unfortunately.
The way you said that was funny.
Not true. It's true stories, man.
Oh, he would have been dangerous with money.
Because, if we're saying that, he's definitely sitting up saying that I just missed it, man. Damn.
Man, he just missed, he would have had $10 million right now.
I could see that.
Oh, for sure. If Rory and Mal got $5 million each.
Oh, yeah.
He would have had $10 million. You know who also missed on it? Who was the guy he was signed to that passed? I can't remember his name. It was disrespectful. He was a lawyer. He was Nori's lawyer at one point. He died.
Johnny Cochran?
No, a podcast. Damn, I cannot believe he had a network. Wow. This is disrespectful that I can't remember his name, too. Taxstone Podcast Network. we have to say his name because you can't remember?
Nah.
Damn. Podcaster passes hip hop. Combat Jack.
Okay.
Yeah, remember him? He was good.
Yep.
And he kind of paved the way.
Oh, definitely.
For a lot of people.
Definitely. Your man Joe Budden was just ahead of the curve.
I'll give Joe Budden that. He's usually ahead of the curve a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
With logging. He was logging before everybody else.
Right.
Yeah, so. Well, I think we'll end it there. We didn't, we're just bantering about the whole Diddy thing. It is what it is.
Diddy.
This is JordanTower with JT News, and this is...
Yeah, you already know, man. It's your boy J Hood. Please do me a favor. Go check out my YouTube account right now. Make sure you subscribe. Check out all the episodes, man. Tales from the Hood, the blog series is up and running right now. And the stories is incredible. Yo, anyway, listen. We're going to stick to the point. Make sure you like this video right here. Make sure you subscribe. Hit that like button.
Yes, sir. Peace.